Well, we've been waiting all day long to see when Tropical Depression 2 was eventually going to turn into Tropical Storm Bertha. That happened with the 8 p.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Thanks to some help from the hurricane hunters, they flew through the storm, and with their investigation and extra data they were able to provide, National Hurricane Center was able to upgrade the storm to our second named storm of the 2026 hurricane season. And now they also have issued a few more tropical alerts, especially for Biloxi, Mobile Bay, so portions of coastal Alabama, Mississippi, and even into Louisiana. Tropical storm warnings are now in place for those areas. Panama City, Pensacola still have tropical storm watches in place for portions there in Florida. There's also storm surge watches in place, with some areas potentially seeing upwards of 3 to even 6 feet of storm surge, pretty much from the far southern end of Mobile Bay over through Biloxi and then straight down through Lake Pontchartrain, New Orleans, and southeastern Louisiana. Now, for much of the Florida coastline there on the Gulf Coast, likely more so closer to about 1 to 2 feet of storm surge. Overnight tonight, temperatures not cooling off all that much, only into the upper 70s, so it is going to be another very muggy, just humid, sultry start to the day. And unfortunately, it's not going to feel much better by the afternoon hours. Out there at the beaches, low 90s for many of you. Up and down I-95 and around the 295 Beltway, we're talking mid-90s with real field temperatures upwards of about 104 to 106. So you're not getting much heat relief outside of one of those very quick moving storms that are likely going to roll through sometime between about 3 and 8 p.m. for most of us up and down I-95. So there's 2 o'clock. These are the outer bands from Bertha, kind of making their way out towards the Suwannee River Valley and I-75. But you fast forward at 4:30, then some of these storms are making their way a little bit closer to the Beltway. So, of course, just in time for that evening commute, you could have some rain making its way on through, but very quick moving. These are going to be moving northeastward at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So it will rain very heavy. You'll have some blinding rain for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then it will quickly clear on out. Now, the good news is by Wednesday, rain chances go down substantially as Bertha continues to move further and further westward. Typically when that happens, you'll get some drier air pulled in along with some sinking air from aloft. And that combination is really just going to tamper down any sort of rain or thunderstorm potential for Wednesday and also really through the majority of the back half of the work week here. So our big story through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, really just going to be the heat. We're talking mid upper 90s, real field temperatures 105, 106, 107 even. So when is our next best chance for maybe widespread storms? Well, that could be arriving by this upcoming weekend. We will be watching another front that'll bring us our next best chance for rain and storms here on the First Coast.
All right, Ross.